Today we're gonna be doing a water heater tank replacement for the first time ever with zero experience. Come along with us. All right, so this right here is the old water heater. It's a 40-gallon. It's been in here for a couple of years. The previous owner never replaced it, so I'm gonna be replacing this one with the new one right here. See if I could show y'all. I went with the A.O. Smith 100 series 50-gallon electric water heater. So that's what we're gonna be installing today. I'm also gonna try to fix this because it has a leak right here. So I'm gonna try to possibly cut it and then just use PEX pipe, like get a piece that I could extend coming over here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut this, get rid of this, and I'm gonna get a valve like this one to put on the PEX that I'm gonna use as a replacement for right here. So just to give you guys an idea of what I'll be doing. Right now I'm gonna go to Lowe's because there's some accessories and just some little things that I'm gonna need to complete this job. So yeah, right now I'm looking at the old PEX pipe that's here, and apparently it's 3/4 of an inch. So I just matched it. Make sure this one and this one look alike. So that's what I did, you know, just to make sure it's 3/4 of an inch. So when I go to buy the replacement or the connections, I could have the right size as a reference. All right, guys, the first thing you want to do is turn off the main water supply to the house. This is by the street. Should be off now. We're gonna check it in the house. All right, guys. So we shut off the water out front, the main coming to the house, and I checked the faucets upstairs to make sure there is no water coming in. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is turn the power off to the water heater, but I just want to make sure I'm able to test it because these breakers aren't labeled. So I'm gonna find the right breaker, switch it off, and then test this again to make sure it's dead, and I'll show you guys. All right, guys, so I switched off the breaker that I suspect goes to the water heater. As you can see, it's not going off anymore, but just to be safe, because it's not labeled, I'm gonna label it, but also I'm gonna cut it back on and then test it again to see if power comes back in there, just to be sure. All right, so this is the one I turned off. Switch it back on. See? All right, so now we know that's the accurate breaker switch. So now we're gonna properly label it. That won't be in the video because this is my house. So it's just something I'll be doing. See? Don't got no power in there anymore. So I'm gonna, you know, take off the this little cover right here so I could see the electricals, because I want to look at this one and then I want to look at the new one and make sure everything is gonna fit before I start taking stuff apart. So we're gonna take this off. Dolly G. I should have purchased a conduit so I could run it over this wire right here, but we could always come back and change that afterwards. All right guys, so I'm just getting a quick little video of how the wiring is set up before I disconnect anything. So as you can see, the orange pretty much goes to the red and the black goes to the black. I know some of these things have 3 wires, but we're gonna see how the new one is set up, and then also I'm gonna shut off the water going to the water heater. All right. Right now we're gonna drain this tank. It's the old one. Now we're gonna open up the valve. And then water should be coming out of it. Actually, I might just take this off because it's taking too long to go to the hose.
So, and then where's it gonna go, dude?
It's taking too long to go through the hose. Is my hose busted? I'm gonna close the valve and remove the hose. And this is like a real life situation of me changing this, so you know sometimes things happen. I'm not gonna really skip out on that. I'm gonna show y'all what to expect. Okay, so I think I'm gonna let it drain this way because it's just gonna follow these lines and it's gonna go straight to the pump. All right, here's the new tank. Manual. We don't need that. We OGs. Oh, okay. So this one right here has two wires in there. So as far as connecting this new one, it should be a lot easier because it's just plug and play. I think what I was thinking about first is that the wire coming from the house or from the breaker box, sometimes it has like 3 wires coming out of it. So yeah. And the third wire would be grounded like right here. I think this black one, this green um screw right here is where the ground wire would go. Like if it had like a green wire, I think I saw that in somebody's video. But this will like it'll be straightforward because I'm only working with a black and a red wire, and that's what comes from the breaker box. I'm gonna check my fittings on here to make sure they fit. So let's do that. They're they're both the same thing. So one fits, the other one is gonna fit as well. And there we go. And I made sure I got the shark bite end and then a 3/4 of an inch piece to connect right here. That's the size of my tank. I don't know if it's universal or if it's a standard size, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure these fit. Not gonna tighten it yet. Still gonna remove the old one and then connect those wires. And I heard we're supposed to fill this tank up first. Also, I'm gonna be changing my cutoff main, like from the street to the house. This comes from the street. Yeah, see if you could come a little closer. This copper pipe right here comes from the street, from the main we just turned off. My plan is to cut it like right here, so I could use PEX. And let me show y'all. I'm gonna be using this valve right here to connect it, and I like how this has like a little nipple on it to where I could use a pressure tester connected to it so I could check the water pressure. Right now I don't have that, so this will definitely help out. So I'm gonna cut that copper pipe and install this valve. All right, so I'm gonna do a test cut first, but I'm gonna cut after the valve. That way if something messes up, if something gets messed up along the line here, I'll be able to turn the main on, keep this off until I get whatever sorted out. So I'm just gonna, I've actually never used this tool before. Pretty sure you just slide it over there. I'm trying to using one hand right now. And then you gotta like kind of tighten it on there like this. And then it's like a ratchet. So I think it's gonna start leaving an impression. There you go. So it's cutting it. And I guess when it gets loose, you gotta tighten it some. And then keep going. So you gotta tighten, crank. Tighten, crank. All right, so I'm gonna do this until I get it, cut. And then we're gonna go from there. Like I said, you can see it cutting. You gotta keep tightening it. Tighten and cut, tighten and cut. I've never used one of these before, but apparently that's how it works. Yep, it's busted open now. It's gonna die down. It's just because there's still like pressure in there. But the main is off, so I'm guessing that's like water from this PEX coming back down through it, because I closed this side of the valve already, and I closed the one going to the water heater. So we're just gonna let it drain some, and then come back to you guys. All right, as you can see, it's dripping, coming to an end. So we're gonna continue. So there we go. I don't know if y'all could see that, but we got it open. So let's make sure. Okay, now we're gonna remove this tool. All right. Yo, I better be able to fix this. Oh my gosh. Not for real. I've never done this before. I'm not a plumber, not even close, but I just watched a couple YouTube videos and I'm making one just so you guys could have a, different perspective on doing this job. I'm actually just gonna cut the other side since I got the gist of it. We'll just go ahead and cut right here. I'm not gonna cut it too short because I might need to, I'm not gonna need that. But I'm still not gonna cut it too short. Cut it about right here. So same thing that I did with this side. Nothing special. Tighten, cut, tighten, cut, tighten, cut. It's probably gonna fall off. Tighten, cut. Nothing special. Same thing we just did. Tighten a whole lot, cut a whole lot. There we go. Just gonna let it run out. That's the water from the street. Yo, imagine if it doesn't start running. Yo. All right. And don't worry, we didn't cut anything out of this video because we messed up somewhere. It actually just leaked out. So the main is off. And as you can see, we have no more water. So now, according to ChatGPT, they said I could just plug on the shark bite on here after I clean it up. So I have some sandpaper. I have a what you call that thing? What's it called? Let me see.
Dielectrical nipple?
Now this thing right here. I'm not sure if this is for PEX or copper, but I'm gonna run it over the copper just in case. But I'm also gonna use sandpaper, clean it up real nice, make sure it's dry. And then I'm gonna install this new valve right here. Yeah, show it to them, show it to the people. And like I said, this is real life, real time. Trust me, if I could do it, you could do it too. Right now, I'm just hoping everything goes well because I have a little bit of doubt, but also I'm a little bit confident. Especially the more I do it, it's like the more I'm understanding how it works. All right, so right now I'm just cleaning around the edge. This is probably the wrong grit sandpaper, so I'm just not gonna do too much. Just trying to get it smooth so I don't have no leaks. All right. All right. Whew. Looks good to me. Actually, I'm gonna clean the inside too a little bit. Just want to keep everything smooth. All right. Now I'm gonna attach the new valve. Pass it. And if you have another rag or something dry, give it to me. All right, guys, this is the new valve. I'm about to put it on real quick. Just make sure this is dry. They say once you put this on, it can't come back off, so let's see. Okay. All right, I think it's on. All right, now I'm gonna remove these. It's probably gonna leak. Y'all hear that? Hear the pressure releasing? 1, 2, 3, release it. Right, Alea? I'm gonna let the pressure. Make sure it's focusing. You gotta tap the screen.
It's focused.
1, 2, 3, release it. All right.
That's
not what the thing say.
No. It's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Release them. I don't understand that.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, release it.
Release them.
Release them.
Release them.
Release them.
One, two, three.
Release it. There we go. All right. Now we're gonna remove the electrical connections. We already took a little. That's all that's in there? Thought it was gonna be like a bunch of wires and stuff. Release it. All right. We're gonna reuse this for the new one, unless it comes with a pair. All right, we're gonna get the dolly together so we could remove the old water heater, and then we're gonna unbox the new one and put it in the same place.
All right.
Whoever installed this, they did a terrible job, and I'm not even a professional. Julie. Now I'm gonna strap it on there. Actually, I probably won't have to do all that. Can you move these things out the way, please? All right, guys, so I just ran into an issue. I bought the wrong crimping tool. I need the one that goes over the pecs, or over the crimping ring, or whatever it's called. So I'm about to go pick one up off of Facebook Marketplace. So I'm about to jump on the road real quick and then come back to you guys. All right, so we got back to the house. This is the PEX crimp tool that I bought. It was about like 33 minutes away, so I drove a little bit over an hour in total to pick it up. I don't have anywhere to put the new water tank, so that's what I'm currently doing right now. I'm building a little stand for it. These are gonna be the legs. So I'm gonna cut 2 more of these, and I'm gonna put one here, one here, one there, one there. But I'm gonna have to adjust this. I'm gonna have to cut this to the length for this. So I'm gonna have to measure it, and then measure this, and then cut off what I don't need, and then use 2-inch screws to put this on top of the little squares that I'm cutting. And that's gonna be what I put in the corner right here for the new water heater to sit on top of. Measurement of the diameter. Okay, so it's 23 inches, as you can see. So I'm gonna cut this down to 23 inches to match. Actually,
I got a Sharpie. Oh.
you got one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's about 23 inches. So now we're gonna cut it. Go around that side so you can get a better angle. Alright. Now I'm using my screws on. You bought the screws? Okay. Just gonna use some 2-inch screws. Select the top, select the bottom, select the bottom, so. Alright, now I gotta cook 2 more, but before I do that, I'm gonna put it on the floor, put my level on top of it, and then measure between the ground and here, because I want it to be level or as flat as possible. Keep your hand right here. Okay, keep it balanced. Yeah. Yeah, just right there. Alright, this leg needs to be shaved off a little bit. You have the Sharpie? Keep it down, flush. Right here. This needs to be about 3.5 inches, or 3 3/4. And this is gonna be 3 2/4. 3 3 1/4. All right, here's the stand that I built for it real quick. All right, so this is the hot supply line that goes from the water heater to the house. I'm gonna just cut that and get that out the way. This is a PEX cutter that I bought at Lowe's. First time using one of these. Let's see how it works. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this one too. This is the supply line for the cold water. Let's go ahead and cut that one. Go ahead and cut this one too, because I gotta run a PEX from here to this fitting right here. Right. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut the I'm gonna cut off this clamp right here. I don't got the tools, so I'm gonna use my grinder. Almost. Just trying to take this off. Y'all see that? It's a little bit tight. Okay, so what I had to do is use the grinder, cut one side, cut the other side. It's pretty tight on there. Oh, shoot. Damn. It's extremely tight on there. Trying not to damage the T. You got heat. Could probably burn it off. You know my torch is?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I believe this is where this little tool comes in. Okay. So what this does is like it cleans it up. It preps it, I guess. Definitely felt some stuff being shaved off. So that's what this is for. Okay. Just make sure it's fully prepped. All right. That's good. Now I'm gonna clean off these. Oh yeah, for right here, I did the same thing that I did with up here. Cut the clamp, and then actually I added heat with the torch and heated up the pecs, and then it just came right off once I put one cut in there. So I didn't have to put 2 cuts like I did this one, but yeah. All right, getting ready to transport this one. Just slide this doggy underneath.
Careful. 2 antennas.
Really should be the other way because the cold water is on that side. So, how can I wonder if I could it's okay, I'm gonna try to turn it up there.
I'm gonna stop recording.
All right, guys, so what I ended up doing is after I put it on the stand, it wasn't fully balanced. It was tilting from side to side, so I cut 2 4x4s to fit underneath here and around on the other side. Show it to them. And just by having it set up like that, it's a lot more sturdy, as you can see. And when it gets filled up with water, it's gonna be a lot more sturdier. So we're gonna go ahead and start connecting everything, and then we're gonna turn the main on. Hopefully we have no leaks, and then we're just gonna fill the tank up. We're gonna fill it up, and then, you know, bleed the air out upstairs, and we're gonna connect the electricals, but we're not gonna power it on until the tank is filled up. So that's what we're about to do next. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the hot water feed line to the house, because as you can see, the PEX is too long, so I'm gonna have to cut it. But I'm gonna cut it to where I have extra room to work with. I'm not gonna cut it too short. So I'm gonna cut it like right here. That should be more than enough. Probably should have marked it, but just like that. Okay, I'm just cleaning off this, or prepping it up. Now I'm gonna connect it right here. Let's just see if I can get a good grip. All right, there we go. That's good. Just gonna push it all the way on until it clips. should be good. Like I said, I didn't cut it too short, so I gave myself enough slack. Yeah. Yep, that's good. And now I still gotta tighten these right here. As for this, I might have to cut it up here because it's too long, as you can see, and I don't want to put too much bends in it. All right, guys, I'm gonna clean this off. This is all for the T. I'm gonna slide this on. And then put the PEX pipe back on here. I heard this is supposed to be 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch away from the tip, so about right here. I'm gonna get my clamp. All right, let's make sure we're using the right side. See, 3/4 of an inch. That's the size we're gonna use to close the crimp, to close the clamp. Just gonna go ahead, put it on there. You're gonna just slide it over there. Make sure it's covered in the middle, and then you're gonna just squeeze it. Ah, shoot. Oh, need a better grip. I wish I could lean on something. Let me see. Okay, you recording? Let it go. Okay, go ahead. There we go. Yep. Super tight. Heard it? I'm gonna cut a piece off of this PEX tube that I just put on. Clean it out, or clean it off. I'm about to connect this PEX pipe to the T and then the main for the house. So just like how we did this one, I'm gonna slip this on first. Actually, we gotta prep it like that, and slip this on. See how important prepping it is? I didn't know that until today. And then we're gonna slide it on here. All the way up. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did with this side. Slide this down a little bit. Right there. And then the same thing like we did to the other side. We're gonna put this over it. Just like that. And now we're just gonna connect it right here. Make sure we prep this side. All right. Now we're just gonna shove it up in there, shark bite. supposed to go all the way down in there until you hear it, you know, hit like the back of the I just like to make sure everything is snug. This is the first one I did. Let's double check in that one. Yep. Let's put some muscle on them and make sure. And I'm gonna connect this one time. Alright. Okay. Now I'm gonna go turn the main on, and then I'm gonna turn the main on from the street. Then I'm gonna turn this main on, or this supply to the house. Turn that on, and then we're gonna check for leaks. All right, so we're gonna turn the main back on. It's so tight. There's got to be a tool that makes this easier. Now I'm just gonna tighten these up. Just turned the main on from the street. Alright, should be good. Do the cold side. Alright, that's it. Okay guys, so I tightened the connectors, the attachments. I turned the main on from the street, and now I'm gonna turn it on and supply the house. Now I'm gonna supply the water tank. Hopefully I could open this valve because it looks kind of close to this right here. All right, it's not fully open. Not sure if that's gonna be a problem. Let me see something. Probably just gonna leave it as is. But right now the tank is getting filled up. You can feel the water going in there. After it fills up, I'm gonna go upstairs, turn the hot side on, and get the air out of the system. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna connect the electricals, but I'm gonna wait till it's filled up and bled up top, and then I'm gonna switch the breaker on so we could heat the water up. This valve handle, it was positioned like this. This is off, this is on. So I'm gonna turn it off. I already removed the little nut, and then I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna put it on this way. I'm gonna put the nut on, and that way I could go like this. All right guys, we're gonna turn on the hot side. That's the air coming out right now because the tank is being bled. So we're gonna let it stay on until cold water starts to come out. I'm gonna use just removing this plate right here. I'm gonna use the new plate. Still need to get a conduit for this wire right here because I don't like how it's looking. We're gonna connect red to red. I'm gonna use this right here. And then we're gonna connect the black to black. All right, now we're just gonna try to bend them neatly. To fit underneath here. Let's get this out of the way. Like that. And now we're gonna cover these down. Like that. Oh, this actually goes underneath it, so gotta slide it under like so. Need something to shove it under there. It doesn't want to stay. Okay, I got it. Just need to give it a little bend. All right, there we go. Boom, wiring is connected. Now we just gotta wait until cold water starts coming out of the faucet upstairs, and then we'll switch the breaker on. All right guys, as you can see, we have a steady stream of cold water coming from the hot side of the tank. So now we're gonna power on the tank and then check for voltage, and then after a couple hours we should have hot water coming out of here. All right guys, now we're gonna turn the water breaker on. So we should have power going to the water heater. I'm just gonna use my voltage tester.
Bag.
Use my voltage tester to test for power. Probably not. Oh, there we go. So as you guys can see, we have power in the wires now. So the tank is operating. So we're just gonna give it a couple hours to see if the water is heated. As you can see, we do not have any leaks from here, here, here. We also mess with right here, and here, and here. So we mess with all of these parts and we do not have any leaks. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm probably not gonna record it, but this is the temperature, and I forgot exactly what it's called, but I'm gonna connect a line to it, and then I'm gonna put a bucket right here, because this drains periodically depending on the temperature and something else. I'll just put it in writing on the video, but yeah, that's what that's for. So yeah, and this is the drain valve right here. As you can see, it's closed. So, but yeah, we've completed the install successfully. As soon as we verify that there's hot water upstairs, I won't post this video unless there's hot water upstairs to make sure we did everything correct. So if this video is up, we have hot water and everything is working according to how we want it to work. All right, appreciate you guys for watching. Believe in yourself. If I could do it, you could do it. Just do your research. If this video helped you in any kind of way, or if it was entertaining or whatever, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. On this channel, I post a variety of stuff. So I do DIYs. I'm a musician. I play the drums. I'm a mechanic. I fix cars. I'm a truck driver. So I do a little bit of everything. So yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.